Hey everybody, Benny P here with Lively Lakes Fly Fishing, and I'm out here in Ohio on a piece of property that we just purchased. This is our first time out here since we purchased it, and Iron Mike and the Big Shrive are down in the woods right now. They're setting up a corn feeder. We're going to set up a couple corn feeders, a block feeder, and we're going to put a trail camera on probably like just a couple good trails where a couple good trails come together, and we're going to see what kind of deer are out here on this property. We were lucky enough before we purchased this property, when we were under contract to buy it, that the property owners gave us permission to come out and hunt it since we were going to own this property. And I was lucky enough to harvest a nice buck off this property. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my buck hunt. This takes you right to the first deer I see. Now I sat all morning in the stand, never saw anything but a squirrel, and then at 11:30 it kicks off. Hope you enjoy my hunt and stay tuned for more hunting videos and more hunting like videos at livelylegs.com/livingfortheoutdoors YouTube. What a great experience. This is my first time in a tree hunting in over 2 years. This is my first time ever hunting in the state of Ohio, and this is a property that we're in the process of purchasing. This is December 2020, and we should own this property here in the next few weeks. So knowing there's buck like that out here for us to pass, there's got to be, I mean, that's the first deer I've seen sitting in a stand out here. There has to be some nicer buck. There's a deer rub right down here I'm looking at right now. It tells me there's some really big buck in the area. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that a deer like that, it gets through till the next season. If not, good luck to the hunter who gets it. But if it gets through, and Big Shrive, Iron Mike Shrive, we get the opportunity to shoot that deer. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to get to hunt today. I may get to hunt one of the next seasons. I think the 19th and 20th the season comes in. And then in January, there's their inline season or their muzzleloader season. So there's a good chance I may make a couple more trips out here. Probably by the time I get out here for the muzzleloader season, this will actually be our property, and that would be really cool if I shot a deer then off our property out here in Ohio. So let me go ahead and get the camera off, kick back here, and just sit and chill and wait for the second half of the day, and hopefully some more deer come through, and if I'm lucky, a nice buck will come through and I'll get a shot. turn this around. Oh man. Passed up. I got some video of him, but he was clear to my left and my camera arm's on my right. And you can't film to your left coming the whole way across your body. And Iron Mike messages, can you talk to him? And he tried calling me. I'm like, I can't. Because I know I just saw white antlers in the thicket and I could hear like scrubbing. And I look up and holy crap, this big white rack buck standing out in front of me. And I can't get the camera over. I got some video of him. I get a nice, what looks to be a nice clean shot. He takes off up to the left, stumbles backwards and falls, and I probably got none of them on the video. But first hunt ever in Ohio, first hunt in over 2 years. And I think I got a nice buck down right over here. All right, just climbed down my tree. Just got off the phone with Iron Mike and they didn't even know I shot. I hope I laid a good shot on this thing. I'm like 90-some% sure. I watched them back up and fall over. Heard them thrashing around, but what an experience. 2 years out of the woods. I come in here, I pass up a decent buck, and I'm hoping this buck is a lot nicer than the one I passed up. In my mind, when I shot him, he was a nicer buck than that. But I got so excited and pumped up like I haven't in years. And I saw that buck, I got excited and tried to get the camera on him because I really enjoy trying to get him on video. I did go back and look, and I mean, it's so hard to tell. He's walking sideways. Looks like he has a nice, at least his left side's nice. His right side could be nice. I'm not really sure, but he's walking up through. I'm trying to get the camera on him, and then you can imagine this deer's going to my left and he's going away from me. Right after I heard him thrashing around in the brush in front of me, he's going to my left and he's leaving me. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, at least get a video of this buck so you can show Iron Mike and Big Shrive. I get him on video, I get a little bit of video clip of him. I'm like, I want to shoot this buck. I'm going to get a shot at him. So I just tried to open the camera up because it was so hard to see at that point, and I couldn't get the camera lens over in front of me so I could see it and see the deer. So I just put the camera over, widened it out, and shot him with the inline. That's the first deer I've ever shot with an inline as well. I mean, my first hunt in 2 years. I'm in Ohio, I'm using an inline, and I think I just put down a really nice buck. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk over and see if we can find him. And one cool trick, I learned this years ago. I was taught this by my friends who got me into hunting, like into archery hunting and hunting from tree stands. When you're up in that tree and you shoot a deer and you see the deer go down, or you see the area the deer was in, mark a couple trees in your mind right there, like say this tree here, and take a real good visual of where you saw that deer, because when you come out of your tree stand, it's going to look totally different from the ground. So you want to mark those trees, come down your tree stand and look at those trees, and that's where you want to go look. So I know the trees this deer was around whenever I thought he fell, and those are the trees we're going to walk over towards now. Let's take off. And so I have the trees marked in my head. Not like walking a blood trail with a arrow shot. This is some really thick stuff. You're not seeing this multiflora rose as thick as what I'm seeing where I'm walking. So I have to kind of pick my path around. Oh boy. It's very, very thick stuff. And there's the trees. I'm looking, and it does look different from here, but I clearly marked these trees over here in my head, and I see the deer from here. That's the trees. I can see his rack sticking up. Oh my goodness. What a beauty. Let's get up and take a good look at this guy. Oh man. This never gets old. It's been a couple years. I had a chance to get out and do this. And this side right here is looking really good. Looks like he's a full rack on this side. Man, what a buck. Look at him. Get around to the front. Oh my goodness, look at him. That is an absolute gorgeous deer. Look at that brow tine on his left side, that right side. I'll get him out here in a minute, but he is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A nice Perfect 10 point. We're going to get him out and get a good look at him. All right, I just went online. I got my thumb over my registration number, but I just went online, registered my buck. There it is laying there. Filled the tag out. I pulled him out of that little spot back in there. I'm about ready to put the tag on his antlers. Before I do that, I just wanted to give everybody a good look at it when he's out of there. And it's an absolute gorgeous buck. Look at him. He's got what I call the long super swooper coming across here and coming across this side. Nice stick rack. He was just rubbing them. I saw him down. I couldn't really see the deer. I could see the trees moving. I could see a little bit of antler, and I could see it was a real nice white antler. But there's a little bit of the tree still on his antlers there. Get a nice look at this side. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brow tine makes 5. And the other side, what he's lacking in this outside point, he's really made up with that brow tine. Nice solid buck anywhere. This is first time ever in Ohio. I'd say that I've been hit with a little bit of luck, and like Jimmy from Alaska said, Ben, a little luck never hurt a guy, and I'll take it. Something else I got to show everybody. If you've seen my bruiser buck video, he has an eye that's swelled shut. Look really close at this eye. This eye actually has a slice through it, and it's pussed up. Now, this deer was down there looking for more fights today, rubbing trees, acting all aggressive, and he has an infected eye. Who knows? It looks like he'd lose vision in this one. Something I wanted to share. Really interesting what these guys go through during the rut stage. And here it is, December 6th, and this guy is acting like a buck that's in full rut still. All right, I didn't put my weapon in there, and I may have spoke about this, but this is a CVA Optima. I just picked this bad boy up. It's the first live game I've ever shot with this. I actually shot it at the range a couple times, and it performed really well out to 100 yards. I knew I wasn't going to get a shot over 100 yards. That was perfect for me. So I brought it out, put down this big Ohio bad boy. Put this off to the side. Okay, here's my 2020 Ohio buck. See in the video, I passed up a smaller buck earlier, and I got the reward of this nice big mature Ohio white-tailed deer. This side here, we're going to go first on his left side. Nice long main beam, comes back to just a small point here to make the 10th point. Couple other nice tines, and if you look at this brow tine, it has actually a couple little bumps here as well. It's a nice gnarly looking brow tine. And we'll go to this side. Once again, another nice long main beam. That's the tag I put on it. Tines are all long, nice tine length, and we have a nice brow tine on this side. What a buck. How lucky am I, and I couldn't be happier with them. Came out on this mission a while ago, Iron Mike, Big Shrive, and I, and one of our goals in life was to own a piece of hunting property. We've been looking, and we finally found the property that we wanted to make ours. It's in the making right now, and hopefully by January, this property is ours to hunt and to own and to do whatever we want with. It's the American dream. We've been hunting for many years. We've had a lot of good opportunities, but it's just amazing when you come to a new piece of property that you're in the process of buying and you can harvest a deer this beautiful. Couldn't be more thankful. I'd like to thank Iron Mike and Big Shrive for pushing me. They keep me going. I like to say this, I like to make excuses sometimes and put other things in front of why I can't hunt. But from this day forward, I need this in my life, and I'm going to be hunting a lot more. I'd like to thank everybody for following along. I'd like to thank all my families and friends for all the support. Those of you who know us, we're the Lively Legs guys, and as you can see, we still love to hunt. We absolutely love putting down a big old white-tailed deer. Take care, everybody, and until next time, best of luck in the outdoors and on the water.